Why the New York Knicks have an opportunity to shock the NBA world under new head coach Mike Brown. I am super fired up for Knicks basketball to be back. Training camp is right around the corner for the New York Knicks, and I'm really excited to be back here on Knicks Media making content. Don't you guys worry. Knicks content is going to continue all throughout the season. As you guys know, I am a full-time content creator, and I cover football, and it's been a lot of football that I've been focusing on this past month. But now with basketball season right around the corner, why not make a video right now and start getting consistent back here on Knicks Media? So make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you're new. In this video, we are going to take a deep dive into what makes this New York Knicks team special. Why, if you are a Knicks fan, you should have high aspirations this season. And why I believe this Knicks basketball team has a chance to shock the NBA world under their new head coach, Mike Brown. Let's get straight into it. Now, you may be wondering, how can they shock the NBA world if they were so close to making the NBA Finals last season, 2 wins shy after losing to the Indiana Pacers? Well, I think the Knicks have a chance to be the first seed in the Eastern Conference. You look around the East with the Boston Celtics dealing with their injuries, Indiana dealing with their injuries. The Cleveland Cavaliers are the only teams really in the East that I'm afraid of. And you could tell the NBA is trying to make that a real rivalry because we are opening up the season against the Cavaliers. We're also taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers on Christmas Day. You can tell that the NBA wants to make these two teams the top dogs in the Eastern Conference. And that's no disrespect to the other teams in the Eastern Conference, but when you look at this Knicks team and you add Mike Brown, an offensive genius, I think there's an absolute new level of this Knicks basketball team. Now let's go over some of the offseason additions and why you should be really excited about not just this season, but how this Knicks team is built for the future. Starting off with the Mikal Bridges contract extension. This was big time because Bridges was acquired for a massive amount of draft picks, and some Knicks fans were a little worried about giving up that much draft assets to the Brooklyn Nets for Mikal Bridges. Was he worth it? You have to lock him up long-term. He's a big piece to what the Knicks are going to try to do in the foreseeable future. Now, the reason why I wanted to start off with Mikal Bridges is because I just feel like he did not get along with Tom Thibodeau well. And I think now you enter Mike Brown into the conversation. He's going to really prioritize the offensive side of the floor, and that is a big-time thing for Mikal Bridges because I don't think that we saw the full potential of Bridges with the Knicks last year. We saw what he can do defensively, but he was not unlocked. He was not unleashed as an offensive weapon. And this is a guy that can put up 20, 25 points a game if you allow him to. The Knicks got a lot of weapons with Jalen Brunson, Karl-Anthony Towns, OG, of course. But I feel like Bridges is the missing piece this season. I do believe there's going to be a different version of Mikal Bridges under the tutelage of Mike Brown. Now, you add in the bench unit of Jordan Clarkson, Mohamed Diawara. I mean, really good stuff what Leon Rose was capable of doing in this offseason, adding those key pieces off the bench. You got Deuce McBride, Mitchell Robinson, the entire draft class from 2 years ago. I'm really excited to see the depth of this Knicks basketball team, and I think that the youth element off the bench mixed in with the experience of Jordan Clarkson is going to make this Knicks team feel a little bit different than it was last year. That's another strength that I feel like they did not have last season. The bench was not too great, and it felt like we were super dependent on the starting five under Tom Thibodeau, and we all know Thibodeau well. All he did was force that starting five to play all the minutes just to get drained when it came to the playoffs. That's not going to be Mike Brown. We're going to see deeper rotations. We could see 10-man rotations, even 11-man rotations. That's not something we're used to as Knicks fans. So expect a high-paced offense and more players on this Knicks bench to go out there and play throughout the regular season to keep the legs fresh and to keep everybody in a flow state, because you saw what Mike Brown did with Sacramento. They were a high-paced, fast offense, one of the highest rated offenses in the NBA when he was over there, brought that team to the playoffs for the first time in years, and now he's coming to the Knicks where it's a different energy here, where we're just coming off the Eastern Conference Finals, and we have championship aspirations. We're not the Knicks of 5 years ago where we need to be lifted off from the basement into relevancy. No, Tom Thibodeau did that, and he did a great job, and now with Tom Thibodeau gone, we're trying to get over the hump of being a legit champion, and that really starts with the offense, because I do feel like the offense of this basketball team is going to look completely different with Jalen Brunson even and Karl Anthony Towns. Like, the offensive firepower they have is what makes me super fired up. And of course, defense is going to be a focus of this team. Not to say it's not going to, but I do feel like the offensive versatility in the ball movement, in the off-ball movement, in the pace that they're going to play with, it's going to be refreshing. It's something that us Knicks fans are not used to, okay? So that's definitely a big-time piece that I'm going to be highlighting in this video. Now, I want to let you guys know that we do have a proud sponsor throughout the entire NBA season, and that just so happens to be Sleeper, folks. And I sketched up a parlay for Sleeper. I know we got some Giants fans watching, not just Jets fans. As you guys know, I am a Jets fan, but I wanted to make a Jets-Giants Sleeper pick. And if you guys want to check out Sleeper, you guys get a 100% match up to $100 by using my code NICKS down below in the description. Terms and conditions do apply, of course, and it is legal in 25 states in the USA. Go check them out. Link in the description. I got Breece Hall getting over 45.5 rushing yards in week number 1 against the Steelers. I got Garrett Wilson getting a touchdown against the Steelers. And then for the Giants, I got Malik Neighbors getting more than 6.5 receptions. I mean, he's going to get so many targets. And then Tyrone Tracy over a rushing touchdown. Now, they don't have any basketball prop bets yet because basketball season is not active, but when basketball season is live, we're going to be able to see what Sleeper has to offer on the NBA side of things. So make sure you guys go check out Sleeper because they got a lot of fun things to offer over there on their app. Make sure you guys use the code NICKS when you sign up today. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is Jalen Brunson. Is there another level to his game? Are we going to see a different version of JB under Mike Brown? Because he was fantastic under Tom Thibodeau. You can argue that Tibbs was a big reason for Jalen Brunson being so comfortable and him becoming the star and one of the faces of the NBA. But is there another level of Jalen Brunson? Now, the best part about Brunson's game that we all fell in love with as Knicks fans is, of course, his ability to be clutch. He was the clutch man of the year for a reason. Going out there, 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We need a bucket. Put the ball in Jalen Brunson's hands. He's going to go out there and make some plays. And I'm really excited to see a new version of Jalen Brunson. At this stage of his career, he is in the prime years. And I think there's still more to his game that we have not seen yet. More consistency. And I think that we're seeing this last year, he really opened up his time being a floor general, getting his teammates involved, and how does he really find that chemistry with Karl Anthony Towns? And I think continuity is the biggest weapon that the Knicks have right now over other teams. Having Karl Anthony Towns here for another 3 more years, Jalen Brunson locked up long-term, committing to Bridges for a long-term contract, Josh Hart, OG Anunoby, all these guys are the core now. We don't need to worry about figuring out who's coming and going. And I think what Leon Rose is trying to prioritize here with this Knicks basketball team is that continuity. Now that they have a whole season of this core playing together, learning each other's tendencies, knowing each other's strengths and weaknesses, knowing where they like the ball, cutting back door, finding them, all those types of things matter. And now that they have a whole playoff run going into the Eastern Conference Finals, that's only going to help out the chemistry. And I think the chemistry is the important asset of this Knicks basketball team, which is why I think they're going to shock the NBA. And when I say shock the NBA, I mean, this is the first time I'm going into a basketball season as a Knicks fan expecting, like, literal greatness. And let me know if you agree with that. Like, am I too high right now? Like, I'm expecting them to be first seed, second seed in the East. And they should. You look at the roster, and you look at the Knicks as an overall organization, every Knicks fan should have those aspirations. Yeah, of course, us losing to the Pacers stunk, and we want to get over that hump. But last year's expectations were getting to the Eastern Conference Finals, and we did that. Now, this year's expectations is getting to the NBA Finals and winning it. So you guys let me know if you agree with what I had to say in today's video. I'm excited to be back making some Knicks content. It's been a long offseason, and we got football season starting this weekend. But boy, oh boy, I'm still very excited for basketball season to start in a month. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, folks. Hit the like button. Let's go, Knicks. I'm fired up to be back making some Knicks content, and I'll see you next time. Let's go, Knicks. I'm out.